pairing.
How about now? Do we have audio? I think that's affirmative. Ladies and gentlemen. What? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the Old Humble Distilling Company. Plus 100,000 views. That the
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, we're back. Welcome to, what is this? No, 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 no. Is that better? That sound better? That sounds better. How about that? That's better. That's much better. Okay. Guys, we're back for the 100,000 view special that I'm working on. I need to fix my video input devices because I am here at the distillery doing the work, doing all the work. And of course, I'm a sweaty mess because it is hot here. And I am going, well, it's not exactly hot, but I'm running around lifting things and doing things and making stuff happen. So there you go. Welcome to our 100,000 views project. The thing which Give me 1 second. No, I don't want to shut down. Okay, I'm trying. Something's going on with my OBS. I don't know what it is. 12? No. F10? Not sure what it's doing and why it's doing it, but it's like locked on full screen and I can't undo that. Anyway, doesn't matter. We got good solid video out. We got good solid audio out. I'm happy. So what are we doing today? Today we've got an update on the 100,000 subscriber special. Hey Julie, welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the 100,000 subscriber special. So what we've done since the early part or the middle of February, month and a half's worth of data now, with visual aids. I need to trim this down here, and then I need to have my YouTube analytics channel open, I believe. Yeah. So what we've been doing since the middle part of February, we now have a month and a half's worth of data that I have to work with. I've been working on this project that I call the 100,000 views project. The first 2 years of running this channel, we're coming right up on the 2-year anniversary of my first happy hour live stream that we did back in April of 2022. Cheers, Moose Gal. Welcome to the party. The first live stream we did, April, I think 23rd. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of shows. 212 live or broadcasts, uploads, videos. 100 of our first run of happy hours. We're coming up on 100 or 50 on our second run of happy hours. All kinds of fun stuff we've done. We've gone from 25 subscribers to 500 subscribers. We've gone and grown I think it's kind of a robust following. It's a dedicated following, I think is a better description of it. Is that the one? There it is. Okay. I've got my analytics page up in the background too. So what have I learned since the middle of February? This is the important thing. What have I learned? For the first 2 years of running this channel, I didn't look at analytics. You can see the behind me. Can you see that, or is it washed out? It doesn't matter. I should be sitting in front of my stills, I suppose. The first 2 years, I didn't look at any of the analytics. I was just making shows, having fun. I would joke that nobody watched the shows, and it was only a little bit of a joke because nobody really watched the shows. And then when I finally look at the analytics, come January, February of 2022, I'm looking back at all the other stuff because I've done a bunch of stuff. I've done movie reviews, cocktail shows, live music, all this stuff. I wanted to find out what was working and what I should focus my energy on, as opposed to just shotgun blasts all over the horizon and still get no response and no generated heat, right? So I wanted to see what was working, and I looked at some data. I downloaded a bunch of information, and 3 things became very readily apparent. One, nobody was really watching. We had 40,000 views, and of those 40,000 views over 2 years, 30,000 of them came from 4 videos. Our Ad Twins ad that's on our channel page, a viral and 3 viral shorts. That was like 30,000 views from 4 videos. And viral, I mean, it was 8,000 views. I had one video that was 1,000 people watched it. So that was 1/40th of all of my views was from one interview with a gamer named Raptor. 10,000, 12,000 views. 20,000 views came from 2 videos. One was 8,000, one was 12,000. The video from Raptor, and then 2 others brought it up to 30,000 views total across the board. A couple of those videos, 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 12,000, 1,000. That was the top 5 videos, right? So if you take out that, over 2 years, we had 10,000 views on our channel. 2 years. 10,000 views over 24 months. 10,000 divided by 24. 416 views a month. That's basically, and divide 416 by 416 divided by 8. It wasn't really 8. We were doing 2, 3, 4. So it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 416 divided by 12, 35 views a month. And that was on average. Most of the shows were again, there were like 3 or 4 that had above average numbers, which skewed that number significantly. Most of the shows were somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 12. Nobody was watching. Nobody. And I chopped up that information a little bit further and dug into the analytics each month. Each of my monthly analytics that we had. Well, coriander right there from my gin guy. Toss that over there to him. I dug in further to the months I had and actually tracked the views per month over the course of these 2 years. And most months, we're talking closer to 100 or so views. It was not a stellar tracking for the channel. It was just, and it wasn't what I wanted in the channel, because what I want in the channel is when I bring in guests, I want their stories to be heard. I want their stories to be seen. When I have live musical performances, I want those musical performances to be seen. Let's switch over to my visual aid real quick. So here we go. If we scroll down from January 2020, normal views. Now this was extracting out the viral videos that we had. 7, 15, 66, 36, 195. This one is 803 this month. There's probably a couple of shorts that popped off that month. 200, 300. We did not have a tremendous number of people watching our show. We just didn't. Not a lot of people were watching. And if I'm gonna have bands come in and I'm gonna say, hey, why don't you come in and play? We'll put you on YouTube. You'll be exposed to a wider audience. There may be 20 people here, but there'll be another 50 or 100 people online watching. You get the right people in the right place. You sell some records. Go through your Bandcamp, through your Spotify, through your website. It gives you a chance to really do a bunch more stuff. But I can't do that if people aren't watching. And of course, for our own brand, growing our own brand, if I have a dedicated 500 to 1,000 people each month watching, 1,000 to 1,500 people each month watching our videos, that's 1,000 to 1,500 pairs of eyeballs that I could put in front of a commercial at the beginning of each one of my shows, or in the middle of each one of my shows, or during, whenever it is. And that, other than costing me time and energy, I don't have to pay to have 1,500 people listen to my ads on the radio, which may not even happen. I don't have to pay podcasters. There's one who's a former sports radio guy who switched over at the beginning of the pandemic because he lost his job with the radio station, and he's charging something like $600 a month to get a couple hundred views, a couple thousand views on his channel of the same people every month. And I offered to, he drinks whiskey on his show. I offered to buy the whiskey on his show and replace it with my whiskey. And he's like, we got to keep the lights on. And I'm like, yeah, but you're spending money on whiskey. I'm willing to replace that money that you're spending on whiskey with whiskey. And he's like, no, it needs to be like $600 to $800 a month. I'm like, whatever, dude. You're pricing yourself out of the fucking market. That's fine. He has a much higher opinion of his show than I do, but that's fair. That's fine. He's allowed to do that, and that's fair. Complicated ad packets are not exactly my bag. I don't have time. If I offer to, if I'm asking to advertise, I want you to do the math, not me. But anyway, if I can get the same viewership that he gets, I get to save that money, and I get to have the same people watching, and it works out great. Works out great for everybody. I have the wrong camera up on this screen too. Everything is set up for my home studio, with my HD webcam, not my HP webcam. So I need to have everything set up here. So let's go back to here. Okay, so as you can see, over the history of the channel, not a whole lot of people watch. And I've never really dug into the analytics. I never really learned how to use the analytics and the features on the YouTubes and to figure out how to do more. But the goal was 100,000 views over the next 12 months. and that equates to starting with 40. That's 60,000 additional views. That's on average of about 5,000 a month. Um, really pushing it up to about 6 or 7 because we're going to start slow and build up towards the end. But the real goal isn't necessarily 100,000. That's like a nice round smooth number. The real goal is more. I want more viewers so that the bands that come, the guests that come, the brand that sponsors the channel can get more exposure over the course of the year. Okay, so that's the premise. That's where we're at. I know this is a long-winded premise, but I got to get everybody caught up. So what I've done over the course of the last 6 weeks is I've learned what the definition of better descriptions, better titles, and better thumbnails is. And to that end, I've tried to make better thumbnails like this one, so that it's more descriptive. The thumbnail is more descriptive of what the show is going to be. And it's much easier for you to see it on the browser page. You look at it, you see it, you go, okay, let's see what he's talking about. I learned what works for us. What works for us really well is live streamed happy hours, like this format, and other formats that we do, including but not limited to. I can't get to my desktop. Uh-oh. This is odd and frustrating at the same time. Interesting. How how is this working? What the hell is going on with my desktop? All right. So I can't bring the chat function up, unfortunately. I can't put it on the screen because my desktop is being weird. I've hit a button and everything is frozen. Everything's frozen. I don't know what to do. I can't get to my desktop. So in order to get to my desktop, I'm going to have to close OBS. Y'all just going to have to not have the chat function on the screen. Sorry. I can see it right here next to me. And that's cool. So what else I've learned, what the meaning of all that stuff was, how to make better thumbnails, how to make better descriptions, how to link it to keywords, and how to optimize keyword search so that I get more impressions, have a higher click-through rate, and as a consequence, more views. I've learned how to make marginally better productions. As each iteration, we get better at what we do. I've got this thing where I can have the names and stuff slide out from the bottom. I've added that feature so it's not just a big blank screen and my big dumb face. In fact, I think I can probably turn that on now. Can I turn that on now? Yes. Did that turn on? There's something else I need to have turned on. Is it here? Browser. Over with you over here. Okay, this is how I get it turned on. It needs to be a local file. I need to browse to it. I believe it's here. Lower thirds. Common. Nope. Lower thirds. Lower thirds. Browser source. Oh, and it needs to not be a local file. Ugh. I need to find it again. Sorry. But I'll get that back up here. So I've done a better job. I think this is the one I need to do. Cancel that. Copy path. There it is. All right, we got it. We got this. I think I go file. No, F. I can't remember. What on earth? Anyway. F file colon front slash take out that and take out that. I think it'll work. Then I should have set this to 1280 by 720. I know this is great YouTubing, isn't it? Get rid of this. Shut down source, refresh browser, clear cache. Okay. Did that work? Yeah, it did. See? There. See? And now it says Old Humble Guy, Local Sin Merchant. Does it say that? Nope. It says more than that. Get rid of that one. Get rid of this. Bring it back. There we are. Old Humble Guy, Local Sin Merchant. See, I've tried to add features to the thing. And now the goal is to, what else have we done? Keyword search, SEO optimization, focused on what works, focused on what works for us, uh, uh, leaned into that. I've explored using shorts as a way to grow the channel and within the strategy. I haven't executed that plan yet as far as the shorts and keeping in line with the strategy, doing a clip of a show or introducing myself or whatever. I've cleaned up our video page, I've cleaned up our about page, I've cleaned up our banner. I've done all the aesthetic stuff or some of the aesthetic stuff. I don't know if I've done it very well, but I've done it. I've worked on it. I've worked on all the stuff is what I'm trying to say. And when we look at the tail of the tape, it has paid off because I can go over here to our analytics tracking and we go to our monthly views and you'll see, where are we at? Yeah, here we are. We go to our monthly views and you'll see down here, March 2022, 843. Our previous best was 804 views. 843 is the best month ever. And going forward every week, we're going to have live videos. We're gonna fall into a schedule of stuff that we do, where we do this show starts on Monday morning, and then Tuesday we do a happy hour that has been the Ukraine update, Tuesday Ukraine update happy hour for the last since the beginning, end of February. I would like for that to no longer be the Ukraine update. I would like for that war to end so we can focus on some other stuff. Then the next day, Wednesday, is a little bit lighter. This week's Wednesday show is going to be the marvels of pi and why circumference isn't the same thing as diameter, even though they're technically the same thing. They're different things, and there's a reason why they're different things, and we'll talk about that on Wednesday. A lot of Wednesday shows have been about Earth and why we know it's round, the marvels of the universe, the marvels of philosophical debates and discussions, and all this other. Well, no, not just debates, philosophical discussions. And never, ever, 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 ever will I call discussing the reasons and functions of a round Earth a debate, because it's not a debate. The Earth is round. Period. End. Finish. And then, of course, Thursday nights are our big happy hour show with Lisa, Unhinged, trivia, all that other stuff. And then usually nothing on Friday, but maybe a late night sip and chill. We've got day in the life stuff that we do from the distillery, which I may do later today or tomorrow. I'm falling into a schedule of stuff that works well for us and learning how to optimize it and learning how to get it to a broader audience. And then, of course, Friday night with our live music that we add in, or that we have added in with a new musical guest each week. The whole point of all the stuff all week long is leading up to that big show on Friday. The big show on Friday, the big happy hour Thursday, the big concert on Friday, the live music Friday. That's the distillery. That's what we do. Good times, music, bonfires, campfires, good whiskey. That's what we do. That's our brand. And that's the intent. everything all week long. You don't need a math lesson, Moose Gal. It's just looking at the wonders and marvels of math and the universe around us. It's just, it's uh it's a layman's way to see the face of the Almighty right there in front of us, written literally in the language of the universe. Math is it's a beautiful thing, and people don't understand why it's a beautiful thing. And I hope that I can share that with y'all. But this week specifically, math. But it's not so much math. It's there's actual a philosophical discussion about circumference. Did you know you can never accurately measure or you can never accurately compute the circumference of a circle? There's a reason for that. We'll talk. It's fascinating. It really is. And that's why circumference is not perimeter and perimeter is not circumference. There's a reason for all of this. There's a reason for it. It's fascinating. Anyway, but the schedule of the week from the first show on Monday, everything builds up to that last show on Friday. And the goal is something like 1,000 views a week. That would be the ultimate goal. But right now, the short term goal is 250 views a week, 40 to 50 views per show, leading up to the big show on Friday, where we can really push the number up to 55 to 100 views. And for a channel with only 500 subscribers, that's a lot. Getting the number of views that's 20% of your total number of subscribers. When half my views come from subscribers and half my views come from non-subscribers. When 2/3 of my view time come from subscribers and 1/3 of my view time comes from non-subscribers. It's not too shabby. You have 500 subscribers and you get 100 views in an episode. Not too bad. That's a full on 10% of your subscribed base tuning into your show, plus another 50 or so coming from impressions from the browsers and recommended videos and everything else. That's not too shabby. I'll take it. Now, of course, the next project, and here's another key metric that I want to show off. When we look at our view subs hours tab, when you look at unique viewers, so way back in January of 2020, we had that Ad Twins ad that was being sponsored and promoted. Glory to our great tuna empire. Slava Ukraini, Slava tuna. Cheers, my man. We look back at January 2020, the Ad Twins ad that was being sponsored. That got a lot of views. We got something in August that got a lot of views, probably a couple of shorts. And these are unique viewers that popped into the party. So all of these unique viewers, when you look at our total views, normal views over here in the first column and unique viewers over here are unique views. So this was probably the Raptor video, so I could probably knock out 800 or so of those to bring me down to that number. But you see 181 to 315, 226 to 437. We're getting roughly, this was mostly new viewers in February of 2021. 163, 328, 132, 243, roughly 50%. This was when that viral video popped off in October, November. 245, 570, 344. See, it's roughly, not exactly, but roughly 50-50 of our unique viewers. So the next project that I'm going to have to figure out, the next thing that I'm going to crank down on is how to convert these unique viewers that pop onto the website, pop onto YouTube, see us, click on, see what we're doing, and go, huh, that's interesting, and then fucks off to another place. How to turn those people into subscribers. That's because there is a correlation between subscribers and my normal views, subscribers and hours. There's a correlation between these two. And if I could move this number up by converting these people, these are visitors that come into the store and browse, for lack of a better analogy. Visitors come in the store, they look over your stuff, they go, oh, this is neat. This is all the people that come into a Himmeker Schlimmer or Great Buys or whatever. They just come in to visit and they poke around and they look at the stuff. They go, oh, this is neat. Oh, look, a vibrating chair. This is cool. And then they leave. I want to convert these people into purchasers who are the subscribers, right? Where's the subscriber tab right there? So that's the goal. Convert these people into these people. And it'll happen organically. It'll happen naturally. I know how this stuff works, generally speaking. Uh, you make videos, you get viewers, you find enough viewers to connect with what you're doing, they connect with them enough, they subscribe. That's it. That's how it works. But you'll see down here from November to now, we've been right at the 525 to 535 mark the whole time. Between November and now, but at the same time, views have gone up from 700 to 850. Views have gone up, but subscribers have stayed flat. So, watch time has gone from 181. Again, this was a viral short, so that's why watch time was so high. But watch time's gone from 70 to 110 to 103 to 175. We're approaching the I'm not sure if that's the most hours watched. That we approached the most hours ever watched in a month on our channel last month. We should break through that this month because those concerts are fun to watch. And we've got two really good performers. We had a really good performer last week. We have two really good performers coming up. Hey, it's me, bud. That's me. When you peel off the fur, this is what I look like. Sorry. Yeah, I know it's horrifying, isn't it? But here, okay, the reason I shaved, 90% of 50% of the reason that I shaved was because I was having serious bad allergy problems. And when you've got a full beard and a mustache and a draining nose, it is misery, absolute total misery, because the beard catches the pollen, which irritates the nose, which drains into the mustache, which you are constantly having to wipe snot off of. It is disgusting. Also, my wife loves my face. She really does like the look of my face. She's a crazy person, I know, right? So, so this is the project for the upcoming weeks. This is what I'm working. This is what I'm trying to do. This is what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, not that. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's where I'm going from here. We had our best month ever. The lawnmower got loose. Come on, man. I'm a handsome motherfucker. So tell of the tape, over the last 6 weeks, we have improved February to one of the best months ever. We had March. February was the second best month ever. March, which was the best month ever. It's like I took all the stuff that I learned in February, applied it to an entire month, and it worked. And it wasn't like the best month ever by like 1 or 2 views. It was the best month ever by like 50. And 50 out of 800 is a significant number. 50 divided by 800, it was 6.5% good. We blew it out of the water by 6.5%. If you were talking about world records in the 200 meter race, the sprints, 6% increasing the time or decreasing the time by 6% would be a monumental achievement. Going from 20 seconds down to 19 seconds is a monumental achievement. I don't know what the world record is in the 200 meter. Probably not 20 seconds. Anyway, so what do we do next? Where do we go from here? What is the plan? So I've got 3 things that I'm going to be working on this month. 3 objectives that I intend to reach this month. I want to upload a video, which is a clip from our happy hour. I started editing the happy hour clip with the Unhinged series 2 weeks ago, and I never finished it. I got distracted. I had other stuff to do. I had to get up and go. I didn't get it finished. But it's not as easy as you think. I need to record an intro to it. I need to record the outro to it. We have the 17-minute segment, but I need to pull out some of the dead air stuff. It's not as easy as I think, and I'm trying to set up all the other stuff. I had a concert that I was setting up for, and whiskey that was going out the door. All this other shit that we do. Plus, I have my taxes that I need to do. Plus, I have my monthly reports. Got a lot of work going on. That I'm trying to do this. But this media arm isn't nothing. I'm trying to make sure this media arm works for the distillery, but also brings good entertainment to you. So our goal this month is to get at least one clip from one show posted up, properly posted, proper SEO, proper um uh uh proper everything attached to the show. uh 15 to 20 minute clip, edit it down, upload it up, and do the proper promotions that way. um I want to, this is not critical, this is not top 3, so I won't mention it. I Views of at least one more than March, so 845 views for April, with kind of the dream goal of 1,000 at least. 100 views on one of our concerts, on one of our Friday night concerts. Promote that to get at least 100 views. And I think if I don't get it this week, I'll get it next week with the Kimbros. Paul May being this week's show, or Paul Day being this week's show. I keep getting it wrong. I'm sorry, Paul. You're a great performer. I've seen your work. You're really fun to listen to. You're a really good guy. But I'll have it promoted properly. I promise. Promise. Um, and then so that's the views, and then 10 additional subscribers this month. I don't need to knock it all the way up to 600. I just want to get a few. I want to convert some of these people who are viewing and visiting to subscribers. And I don't know if that's an active thing that I can do with the shows that I make, or if it's a passive thing of, you just throw the net out there. uh, if there's enough fish in the water where you throw your net, you'll catch a few of them. Maybe that's how it works. I'm not sure. I'm going to try my best on my side to make better videos. Um, Not forgetting the call of actions. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on all the cool content that we're trying to produce over the course of the next 12 months, or over the course of the next several days. Uh, if you like this video, don't forget blah, blah, blah. The basic YouTuber stuff that I'm really bad at doing. But try to be better at that. That's one of the goals for this month. So, I think that's everything. I mean, one of the important principles that I try to stick to is that when you get to the end of the stuff you have to say, stop saying stuff, and let people move on with their life. Uh, that is one of the criticisms that I have with 24-hour news channels. They have 24 hours to fill, and not necessarily 24 hours of news to fill it with. Um, you know, if you have a news program that is 30 minutes long, or a news program that is an hour and a half long, as long as you have news to fill it, your hour and a half show may have to be a 30-minute show sometimes. That's just how it happens. You don't have to go find stories. But I can recap one real quick. I can recap and show you. Well, that's the wrong visual aid, old humble guy. Why don't you put up the right visual aid, you stupid bot? So this is our analytics. And if I show you, this is the real key to showing how well we did in the month of March. We take March and compare it to. We take March and we compare it to February. Actually, no, I don't want to compare it to February. I want to compare it to March of 2021. Because February was actually, we did marginally better than February. But comparing March to March 2021 first, compare to March 2021. Come on, get up. It'll be there in a second. Just give it a second. We compare it to March 2021. We see a remarkable improvement year over year, which is a huge deal as far as I'm concerned. We look at the traffic source. Come on, give me the traffic source, YouTube. I'll wait. I'll wait on you, YouTube. Don't mind me. I'll wait on you. This is all processor speed, by the way. This is not YouTube or the internet. This is all processor speed. Although I'm not dropping any frames, so that's good. So if we look at March 2022, which is the blue, versus March 2021, which is the purple, over all the categories, I did a million times better. A million times better. Um, so that shows, at least on the surface, that I'm doing really. I did better this month or this last month than I did last year, and that's just basic, doing just basic stuff to improve your channel. And then on and this of course is views by traffic source. And we look at February compared to March. We did much better views through the browse feature, which was the goal. Marginally better views through the shorts feed, which was nice, but not the goal. Actually, much better. It's like 50% better. Fewer people hit us through the channel page, but it was actually really close. We're talking about a 10% difference there. Not a huge difference. YouTube search, again, 15%, but off of a really low number, 71 to 81. We added 10 from the YouTube search, which means people were going into search and looking for stuff that we did. And a lot of our search functions were flat earth. A lot of the ones that came up through search functions were flat earth. If we look at YouTube search, I think it'll give me more detailed information if I click on it. Traffic source, YouTube search. Will it give me my search? Yeah, see. And to answer Bourbon Bounty's question, why do you keep trying to debunk a thing that only 5% of the 10% of the people on the planet believe in? That's why. 25% pop in flat earth. 25% of the people who are coming, who came to see videos through the search engine, were coming for the flat earth shit. I don't know where they come up with ASMR, but 28% plus 6, that's 34%, plus another one, that's 35%. Night, 4x, what the hell? 2521 reaction. I don't even know what 2521 reaction is. I don't know what Whiskey City Revolution is. This must be happy hour night or whiskey night or something like that. You want to Bamba? Really? I have no idea how that happened. But that's just through the search feature. That's only 81 views. That's not nothing. But if I can juice 100 views out of the flat Earth, of calling flat Earth believers idiots, I'll do it. Sure. I mean, whatever. I mean, they like the abuse. I'm down for it. I'm down to give it to them. But let's go back to the previous function. Go back to the previous comparison, rather. Views by traffic source. That, nope, come on, a little further. Who's here? What the hell is going on? We got a big damn truck in front of our distillery. I don't know why. Okay, we don't want views by traffic source. We want, yeah, actually, I think we do want views by traffic source. Okay, we're done with this. Enough chasing these waterfalls. Oh yeah, don't forget, subscribe today. Like and subscribe. See, it works out. See, getting better at this shit. Getting better at this shit. Hi truck. Weird. Anyway, so that's the goal for the next month. I think we've done a really good job as a small channel. These are real numbers too, guys. I'm not juicing them, not faking them. There's a lot of these channels out there. There's the truck. Look at that dude running. There's a lot of these channels that are out there that'll be like, get 8,000 views in a day, you get monetized in a week, blah 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 blah. And like, it's not real. It's not real. A lot of time they're peddling off of their own fame already, their own notoriety already, juicing it up with Fiverr ads or doing all the tips and tricks, but it's not like real numbers. It's not like real organic growth. I would much rather have 500 subscribers where 10 or 20% of them are fully invested in watching every week than a million subscribers where nobody's fully invested or watching every week. I'm trying to build a community around our whiskey, around our events, around the stuff that we do. And I'm trying to build a thing where we can, have fun, be engaged. We don't all have to agree. We don't all have to be of a like mind. We do have to be decent people. I mean, I ask the basic minimum of being a decent person. But you know, I mean, that's where it stops. Just be a decent person. That's all I'm asking. Um, and we can all hang out. Uh, we can talk about the marvels of the universe. We can talk about the wonders of nature. Uh, we can talk about God and personal responsibility or lack thereof, or lack of God, heaven and hell, or lack of heaven and hell. Whatever the fuck you want to talk about. We can talk about all that shit, just like we used to be able to do at a bar. Uh, oh, I thought that. I swear to God, John, I thought that said going to hunt some dinos, and I did not know what that meant, and I had to take a second look at that. But anyway, that's what we're trying to build here. That's what we're trying to build. That's what we're trying to do. Uh, Official whiskey of campouts, cookouts, and good times. The official whiskey of uh, outdoor concerts and bonfires. Uh, the 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 official whiskey of great stories and good friends. That's what we're building out here, and um, that's what we're trying to get people to be a part of, and that's what the goal of this project has been and will continue to be. Not so much to just inflate numbers to have numbers. Uh, every YouTube creator wants more, obviously, but good advice. This was another episode that we did, parsing between good advice and bad advice. Good advice starts with, what do you want and why do you want it? And what we want is not numbers for numbers' sake. I don't want 1,000 subscribers for the sake of monetization and having 1,000 subscribers. I'm perfectly fine with 500 people buying a bottle of whiskey every year. If you can get your hands on it, if you can have access to it, I'm perfectly fine with that. I would much rather that than, 1 million subscribers who don't give a shit, who subscribe just because or they're a bot, or they subscribe because uh free shit or whatever, and then they just never come around, and they're never engaged, they're never a part of the program, they're never a part of the show, they're never a part of the event. I mean, this is our virtual tasting room. Our real tasting room is right over there. I want this channel to be an extension of the distillery, a virtual extension of the distillery, so you can participate in the stuff that we do and the stuff that we're trying to build in a very organic and very connected and very personal manner. And I, for my part, I appreciate your engagement and your participation. I don't like talking. I don't mind talking into the void, but I don't like it as much as I like interacting and engaging with chat, and um, being able to carry on a real conversation, um, fact based, reality based, real conversation, where we can, you know, bounce stuff back and forth and enjoy ourselves and have fun. Um, so there you go. I have a scammer calling. Let's see what the scam is. Hang on one second. This is Joe. Hello. Oh, yeah. No, it's not a scammer. It's just a solicitor. But we don't need to worry about that guy. Anyway, it's one of those solicitors that's a robot, that sounds like a robot, but it's a really good AI. So when you're like, dude, are you a robot? It pauses and thinks about that for a second. He says, no. Do I sound like a robot? Do I sound that bad today? I'm sorry. So it's a good AI. It's just not somebody that I need to interact with today. Anyway, so as I was saying, uh, the ultimate goal, as I said, is to make a better channel and better viewing experience for you, and to get you to see our guests, our bands, and my brand. That's the goal. And like I said already, more than a few times, I feel like we're doing a fairly good job, but I also feel like we may be able to do a better job, and I'm working on that actively as we speak, to get better shows produced. Um, it feels like it's more worth it to produce better shows when people are watching than to produce better shows when people aren't watching. Because if nobody's watching, why make a better show? You know. But if you can connect your shitty shows to people, and then improve your shows as those people watch with you, then there you go. That's pretty cool. Tomorrow, I'm transferring whiskey today. I'm filtering whiskey today. Tomorrow, we'll be back with another day in the life where we'll be bottling up some straight whiskey. And next week, we will have day in the life shows. You're going to want to be a part of this. Next week, we're going to have a day in the life shows where we are distilling gin. Yes, I'll be running the small still to make our gin. You're going to want to be a part of that. You're going to want to see that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, tell your mom, tell your dad, tell your kids, tell your dog, tell your cat. Subscribe, notification bell. You don't want to miss. I don't know which day it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday when we do the day in the life, but it's probably only going to be one of those days. And then, yeah, because the other days that I'm going to be working on installing some equipment over here on the side of the shop. So stay tuned. We got a whole lot of shit going on. This week's schedule is lit. I've already got the Friday Night Live pinned up there for Friday. I don't know the full topic with Ukraine, but we do know that Russian atrocities are being uncovered as they retreat out of cities and regroup wherever the fuck they're regrouping. We can fully expect a second wave of attacks coming from Russia. Have you extended your bot's warranty? That's basically what this was. The police union's protection union or something like that, which is a kind of a weird sounding union, police protections union. Sure would hate for anything to happen to your business there. You may want to donate to the police protection union. Anyway, there's that. So we're gonna have the Ukraine update, which is gonna be a heavy update and hopefully not too much. And we can also maybe explore the question that I've been thinking about the last several hours today since this morning when I woke up. Like, could something like that happen here? The short answer is no, not really. But then there's a broader discussion to be had of all the doom and gloom naysayers and end of the American empire people who are like, China's doing this and Pakistan is the central strategic and they're blah 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 blah. Like, I mean, this full discussion will be tomorrow night, but like all of these doom and gloom guys basically assume that the United States is going to stand pat while China takes over Pakistan. It's never going to fucking happen. We're not stupid. We're not sleeping at the wheel. We're not dumb. We see our intelligence agencies see far more than we see, and our government sees the same thing we see. So I wouldn't be too alarmed over China. China needs us as much as we need them, and we need Pakistan more than Pakistan is of more value to us than Pakistan is to China. Because if we lose Pakistan, we lose our superpower position because of the raw materials and rare materials that they have. So you guarantee we're going to make sure that there's a coup and a friendly American regime and access to all those materials and raw materials. Guarantee it. But anyway, that's a discussion to be had tomorrow night. We are not being invaded by Mexico. That is a stupid statement. Stop saying that. All right. That is dumb. Stop that. Behave yourself. Use your brain. We know what invasions look like. They have tanks. We're not being invaded by anybody. Stop it. That's just nonsense. Quit with the nonsense. If there's good nonsense, there's really good nonsense. That is not good nonsense. That is bad nonsense. That's just silly nonsense. And it's the kind of nonsense that like rots your brainstem and disconnects the thinking parts from the moving parts. Anyway, and then like I said on Wednesday, marvels of math and wonders of pi and a discussion. Maybe it may change between now and tomorrow, but maybe that'll change. But as of right now, I'm looking at the difference between this was a topic of discussion on our camp out. the difference between circumference and perimeter, because they're not the same thing. They have a different word describing them for a reason. And here's some food for thought. You can never accurately calculate the perimeter or the circumference of a circle. You can measure it. You can measure it with a degree of certainty and a degree of precision, but you can never accurately calculate it. It's always an estimate. The calculation is always an estimate. And that fucking fascinates me. Absolutely fascinates me. We'll talk about that on Wednesday, possibly on Wednesday. And also the Earth is round. And then of course Thursday trivia and Friday the concert. And then, I'm gonna sleep on Saturday and rest. So, there you go. We'll talk to y'all later. So that's it for now. That's done. I'm gonna go back to work. I've got whiskey to transfer from barrel to barrel. Maybe I'll turn that into a day in the life. You can watch me transferring whiskey. It's not that exciting, but we can chat and discuss. My neighbors live in Houston, and my neighbors who live on the border also know that it's not an invasion because they know the difference between an invasion. The people who are invading the border are angry white dudes with guns who act like they're going to shoot refugees and immigrants walking across, unarmed refugees and immigrants who are civilians walking across the border. The people invading are the people from out of state and out of the region who are coming down and acting like weekend warriors. But according to the actual National Guard that's posted on the border, there's no fucking invasion because we know what invasions look like, and the only people calling it invasions are alarmists from OAN and Fox. So stop it. It's not a good look. It's very embarrassing. So we should have like a second camera right there for when I have to like go into dad mode and be reasonable person. Like reasonable people know these things. Like sensible, reasonable people know. Anyway, we're gonna call it a day, or we're gonna call it a show. I've got to go eat lunch. It's 1:15 here in Houston. I need to go eat lunch. I'm gonna run probably to Subway, grab a sandwich, come back, eat my sandwich, and maybe I'll turn on the day in the life stuff so you can see we're moving the whiskey from the barrel to the proofing barrel. I mean, it's the same thing I did last time, but I've also done the same other stuff that I've done last time. I do need to consolidate the last of the barrels. Now I got a lot of other phone calls. We'll do a day in the life tomorrow, kids. We'll do a day in the life tomorrow, and because I have maybe some more interesting stuff to do tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a day in the life Thursday. I'll try and get a day in the life in this week. I'll try. It depends on which day I have interesting stuff to do. Bottling is pretty interesting. Maybe we'll get that done. I do need to finish my my flights. I started that on Saturday. I'll finish the flight. John Jacob, you know what? I'm gonna put you in timeout. Can I put you in timeout? You're speaking nonsense. They're not bringing disease. They're not taking jobs. We have 3% fucking unemployment. Nobody's taking any fucking jobs from anybody. We have 3% goddamn unemployment. What fucking jobs are they taking? There are no fucking jobs to be had, dude. Jesus Christ. There's not a fucking invasion. You're off your nut. You're lunatic. This is fucking lunacy. Stop it. Be sensible. Use your brain. Think. Jesus Christ. It's not a fucking invasion. Oh my God. All right. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're people. They're not fucking rats. God. Ugh. Homemade down home. Bluebell, the best ice cream in the country. Bluebell, the best ice cream in the country. If you want a drink that doesn't stink, try Old Humble Whiskey. See, you can't be upset. You can't be frustrated. You can't be annoyed when you're singing the Bluebell theme song. When you're singing the Bluebell theme song, when you're singing the Cotton theme, the jingle. I don't remember the Cotton. The Cotton, it's the fabric of our life. Cotton, it's the fabric of our life. I got to remember that one. But the Bluebell theme song, that is a calming song. The Old Humble theme song, that's an unofficial theme song, by the way. If you want a drink that doesn't stink, try Old Humble whiskey. I've got like 3 new sponsors to add to the show on Thursday to frustrate Lisa. Bed gutters. Yeah, bed gutters. For when you got to go, but you don't want to go. Bed gutters. What else? We got bed gutters. We've got Joan of Arc charcoal briquettes. And Joan of Arc lighters. Joan of Arc lighter fluid. A whole line of Joan of Arc barbecue products. And of course, Old Humble Holy Spirit whiskey. Holy Spirit Devil Water. That's what it is. Old Humble Holy Spirit Devil Water. The only whiskey made with water blessed by a priest. So that'll be at least those 3, and I got a few more just to needle her a little bit because it's funny. It makes me laugh. But there you go. All right, so we're gonna call it. I need to go eat lunch. I need to go eat lunch. That whiskey's not gonna transfer itself. It is a solid 107 proof, just like the last barrel we transferred. If I can get 35 gallons out of it, I will be a happy, happy boy. And then we'll begin the filtration process. And while we're doing the filtration process, I've got to order a controller for my still. I've got to pay invoices. I've got to pay rent. I got to do all kinds of shit. So we got a busy day. But most of the stuff that I'm doing is me with a pen and a piece of paper and a phone. And it's really not fun. It's really boring. And it's really dreadful. So we'll see you in a few days when I'm bottling up this stuff that I'm filtering today. I've got a little bit in that barrel. I have a lot in that barrel. And then I've got the rye that needs to be done. We got a whole bunch of shit to do this week. So come and join us. Safety Doc's in the house. Guess what I got in the mail, Safety Doc? It's not here at the distillery, though, so I can't hold it up and show you. You're going to have to wait till later this week to get an answer to that riddle. But there you go, guys. 100,000 view update. We're going to wrap it up now. In conclusion, 100,000 view update. We're doing well. Is this the visual aid? Yeah. 843 videos, 843 watches, 174.2 hours of watch time. We had how many imprints? How many impressions did we get? 15,000 impressions in the month of March. I don't know. I'm not tracking impressions. I'm tracking views, but I wasn't tracking impressions. I don't think I'm tracking impressions. Was I tracking impressions? Let me look here. Views. Now I was tracking impressions in February. Let's see here. Where does it? Impressions. There we are. So impressions in February. Let's see what we had. In February, the impressions were 16,000. So my impressions were up over February as well. 16,000 impressions in February. What are the rest of the analytics? Click-through rate for the month of March was 2.9, which is higher than average. It's higher than the YouTube average, and it's higher than my channel's average. Unique views, it's running about half of what my total views are. So that's why I say the goal in April is to convert some of these unique views to actual subscribers. Watch time per view is up 12.5 minutes. And total watch time, we are very close to the highest watch time ever. That was like 180 hours. So, with all the aliens. And then of course the audience showing our unique viewers along with all the others. Returning viewers of 94, which again, that is a full on 12%. 1/8 full on 12% are returning viewers They keep coming back. We love it. It would be great if I mean, I don't know how this math adds up. Returning viewers already watched our channel before. They've come back. Only 423 unique viewers. Some of these people have watched it multiple times. Had to have, because we had 804 or 845 total. But, you know, again, net subscribers of 0 for the month. So we are going to hopefully be able to add a few of those this month. Update the number or increase the number of subscribers this month by just a little bit. I just want to add a few. Because again, if we look at our analytics tracker that I've got, we've been at roughly the same number of subs since December, 524 to 532. We haven't changed much since December. And hopefully this month we'll be able to change some of that. We're going to finally do our 500 subscriber special at the end of this month. Our explosive 500 subscriber special. Blah, blah, blah. That's if I can get to Laredo and back before the end of the month. Fingers crossed that I will be able to. We'll see. Can't promise that, but we'll see. That's the goal. That's what I'm scheduling for. That's what I'm planning for. To be able to do our 500 subscriber special by the end of April. And then hopefully our 600 subscriber special will be right on the heels of the 500 subscriber special. And we'll just keep going with another big subscriber special, hopefully every couple of months, and be able to continuously add that, because the subscriber specials are fun. It's a big dumb spectacle to do. I'm not going to give away any whiskey this time. Maybe I should. No, I'm not going to give away any whiskey for the 500 subscriber special. We'll give away whiskey for the 1,000 subscriber special. The 500 subscriber special was going to be a night in a haunted cemetery, but there's no such thing as a haunted cemetery. So I was like, this is dumb. I'm not going to do this. But we will do. Don't tell Lisa, but we're going to do fireworks. It's going to be awesome. 500 fireworks launched into the sky. It's going to be awesome. There might be a fire. It's going to be dangerous. It's going to be awesome. There might be a fire. There'll probably be a fire, but we'll see. And then finally our concert every Friday night. So, thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back next week with another update of our 100,000 subscribers. We'll be back tomorrow night with our Happy Hour Ukraine show, Wednesday night with our Happy Hour Mass show, Thursday night with our Happy Hour Trivia show. Somewhere in there, we'll do a day in the life, and it's just going to be dope as hell and awesome. Good night, everybody. Cheers. Salutations. Bye. Bye.
You've been watching the Old Humble Distilling Company's quest for 100,000 YouTube views. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe. More content will be coming. We love you. Bye.